We're going to review the Wake Surf Edge Wake Shaper from Liquid Force and show you how to set it up on a personal watercraft to create a wake big enough to surf on with a hydrofoil. We want to surf on the lake, and we wanted to do it with our hydrofoils, but without the need for a surf boat. We wanted to see if we could turn our personal watercraft into a surf boat. We've tried many foils and have found foils that allow us to surf the second wake on our wave runner, but none have allowed us to surf the third wake without pumping. We knew that wake shapers could be used on surf boats to create a larger wake and wondered if we could attach it to our wave runner and see similar results. So we reached out to Liquid Force and they were kind enough to send us a shaper to try. I don't know much about wake shapers, but I do know they help to redirect water to energize a wake behind a boat. The installation is fairly simple. You place 2 suction cups on the desired surface and lock the shaper in with 2 handles. I was impressed with how easy it was to install even with one arm. I was also impressed with how well the shaper stayed attached. Not once during our multiple days of testing did the shaper come off. And the shaper floats, which is great. It's worth mentioning that we found the operation of our wave runner more challenging with the wake shaper on, and I would expect you can cause damage to your watercraft if you operate too fast or too long with the shaper installed. Please be careful if you try to do this yourself. So we began our test by taking to the water and taking many passes to tune our wave runner to create the largest wake we could. We adjusted the speed, the trim settings, and the placement of the shaper until we were confident we found the ideal location, and that location surprised us. Usually shapers are installed on the waterline, but we found that didn't work any better than the wave runner alone, so we tried placing it underneath, and this was when the wake was transformed. The ideal speed was 7 miles per hour with the nose trimmed up, and that put the engine speed at 4,500 RPM. This was the first time I'd ever surfed the third wake of my wave runner. I was pretty excited. On the left you can see how much larger the second and third wakes are when the shaper's attached. It was evident from a distance that the wake shaper was enhancing the size of the wake. It was even more distinguished from the wave runner. With the shaper the wake was larger, steeper, and even starting to crest. The motion of the floating dock showed us that the wake shaper increased the power in the wake, as you can see the large displacement of the dock when the wakes crashed into it. We were truly impressed by the size, shape, and push of the wake, and now wondered, how far can we go back and still be able to surf? The second wake has been elusive for surfing. I've tried more than 30 foils, and I've tried surfing the second wake on many of them. Of all that I've tried, only one has been able to successfully surf the second wake of my wave runner for more than 10 seconds without pumping. So how far back could we go? I expected the 4th, maybe the 5th, but certainly didn't expect the 6th wake. With the foil, this wake shaper turned my wave runner into a surf boat. To be honest, I didn't expect the shaper to help, let alone boost the wake and allow me to surf the third wake. I was even more surprised when we reached the 6th wake. I'm a big fan of this product, and if you'd like to purchase this exact wake shaper, I've included a link in the description. Our pursuit for endless flight on a foil continues, and we look forward to sharing what we learn in the weeks ahead.